Welcome back. You're listening to Home Wizard. Cindy Dole here every Saturday 2 to 4 to help you with your home, your garden, and your life. And part of that is getting ready for Halloween. Have you ever thought about making your home really look scary and fun? There's so many people that do this. I mean, Halloween next to Christmas is the next most popular way to spend money for holiday decorations. It's addicting and it's fun. And that's why a lot of people kind of get into this thing called Halloween haunts. So with me are a couple of them. We have Monica from Maniac Mansion. She and her husband in Covina have had this place for 20 years. They've had hundreds of people come to their Maniac Mansion. So thanks for sticking around, Monica. And I want to tell everyone your website. It's maniacmansioncovina.com.
My pleasure.
And then we also have Dennis with us, Dennis Greiser. What is your website, Dennis?
It's hauntmaven.com.
Hauntmaven.com. And so together, you guys have been doing this just for years, and you've always, I bet as a kid, you just loved Halloween.
Absolutely, and I think that's when I got the bug. All kids love Halloween, at least because of the candy. But there's the opportunity to be something that you can't always be. You can be a firefighter, you can be a hero, or you can be the bad guy. But sometimes when we grow up, we lose the love of Halloween, and somehow, I've been fortunate enough not to lose it, and I've discovered people that haven't lost it.
Yeah.
And when people join CalHaunts or they go to another group, they look around and they say, "I didn't know there was anyone like me."
Mm-hmm.
It's really stunning when they discover there are more people, adults, who love Halloween.
Isn't that great? Well, it is kind of like the magic of Christmas in a different way, right? I mean, keeping that youthful spirit going.
It's nice to know that you're going to provide a memory.
Yeah.
For kids who are coming up now where there are less opportunities for trick-or-treating like there were decades ago, it's nice to know that at least the people who come to our haunts will grow up and have fond memories of something that they experienced as a child that was creative and that was whimsical and that was a little spooky and that was out of the ordinary.
So did your parents do this when you were growing up as kids?
No.
Yeah? Dennis, no?
I was quite fortunate in that my mother was very supportive, and she would sew Halloween costumes for us, and that kind of got me into the do-it-yourself.
Yeah.
And I would start making things. One year, my brother and I made giant heads out of paper mache by putting it on top of big balloons, and we painted them up, and we went around like that, and I think that was the seed of the do-it-yourself Halloween.
Yeah. Well, for those who might be still thinking, well, I don't know if I can do it myself, is it possible to hire a Halloween decorator? I mean, you can hire Christmas decorators.
I suppose that you can. I've heard of it being done. I really don't know what to say about it. What do you think, Dennis? It kind of goes contra to our philosophy as home haunters.
Yeah, I understand.
If what you want to do is have a party, or you really don't feel you can even carve a tombstone or hang a ghost in the front yard, I suppose there are people who will be happy to do that for you.
There are definitely people who do that for a fee. I don't know of any. You'd have to search around, but there are people who do make money that way, and some people, especially high-end people, who rely on decorating that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if, I'm sure Hefner's got somebody he pays to decorate the Playboy Mansion every year.
Right. But like you say, the spirit of it for you guys is to do it yourself, because that's the fun of it. And so we can just take baby steps, and even if we aren't an engineer and we don't have any animation experience, we can go to your Halloween haunts and get some ideas, and just throughout the year, just go to antique stores or garage sales and start collecting things and come up with a theme.
Oh, absolutely. A very effective cemetery scene doesn't require any engineering skills, really. It just requires a little bit of imagination, a little bit of time, and perhaps some time spent learning how to light things effectively to give a spooky atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
But that can be just as wonderful a Halloween display as something that has dozens and dozens of moving props.
Yeah. And so when you guys get together, the Garden of Evil, by the way, is under construction, right, Dennis?
That is correct.
So have you learned from the group some great ways to make this Garden of Evil really spooky and in a child-friendly way is what you're telling me you're up to?
Well, actually, Lisa has done the Garden of Evil several years before. We both took time out last year I was diagnosed last year with prostate cancer, and I wasn't sad or upset, but I looked at it and I said, "Gee, that gives me a lot of stuff to do. I need to check my will and my beneficiaries and things like that," and started giving blood in order to, in case it's needed during surgery. So that destroyed my Halloween. I had no energy left for Halloween, so we took Halloween off last year. But I would recommend, if you can put in a shout out there to guys. I know this is Breast Cancer Awareness Week. Continue to donate to Susan G. Komen and other breast cancer charities. But guys, get your PSA checked. It could save your life.
Okay.
Simple blood test.
Well, and who knew? I mean, your life was altered for a moment, but you're okay, you're healthy, and now the Garden of Evil will come to fruition this Halloween. So after this, we're going to hear what's going to be in the Garden of Evil and give you some more great ideas to make your Halloween haunt come alive. You're listening to Home Wizard Cindy Dole. We're back in just a bit. Oh, yeah. You're listening to Home Wizard. Cindy Dole here every Saturday, 2 to 4, to help you find ways to just come home and have that experience, as we call it, when you feel better about the way your home looks and acts for you. Hopefully, just improve your life. So we do that every Saturday in little ways and big ways. And, of course, we can't forget Halloween. And I've always wanted to really do up our house like a true Halloween haunted mansion. And we have never done it. I think right now I have kind of this goofy-looking ghost that kind of looks more like Casper than anything else. But we're trying, and we're learning from a couple of the best who are true Halloween haunts. So thanks for sticking with us. Dennis Griesley and Monica, the mistress of Maniac Mansion. So thank you, guys. So, Dennis, in terms of your great little setup, I'm looking at your website, which is hauntmaven.com. This is previous years. Boy, you got some great lighting. It looks like in the cemetery in the front yard you have greens and purples and pinks. And how'd you do that?
Well, actually, lighting and fog are two things that I really, really love, especially lightning, which isn't really captured on any of those photos. But I love a storm in the graveyard and the sound of crashing thunder and then lightning flashing. I like the greens and the blues.
Yeah.
I alternate them. Those are done with small landscape lights.
That's all it is.
The little green stake lights, yeah. And you can get the colored par lamps that just screw right in and you're done. When we first started those, we thought it would be a good idea to put them on a dimmer so you could crank them down a little bit. After a couple of years, we decided we were running them at max. We don't even bother with that now. We just plug in the stake lights and shine them at an angle across the front of the tombstones, and that looks pretty good. It's possible to work harder, and in the design, Monica is much better educated about that than me.
Yeah, Monica, what do you do with your lights?
Lighting is something that is an ongoing education, and in fact, Dennis and I are going to teach a class in that in January, and hopefully together we can help. We can help illuminate the subject. Sorry.
It's all right.
Our lighting efforts have actually been increasing by leaps and bounds, and I would not say we were the best at lighting. But we're certainly on a quest to learn more. The types of lights that can be used are ordinary household lights, or like Dennis said, garden lights, using colored bulbs or colored gels, which are available from theatrical supply places, and then using dimmers to intensify or lessen the intensity, and then using spots to pick out various points of interest in a haunt and direct people's attention. These things are, I think they're learned over time. But they can definitely be learned, and you get better at it.
How do we take the class you're teaching in January?
Well, the class that we're teaching is actually the Make and Take workshop for CalHaunts. So it's for our club members.
Okay. Well, we can go to the website and become a member?
Our club is for people who are active haunters who want to be active members of the club.
Oh, okay.
We meet in people's homes, so we're looking for folks who want to join us every month.
Gotcha.
Meetings, become friends, become part of this community.
So if you're serious about it, you can partake. So we want to tell everyone again the websites for your great Halloween haunts, hauntmaven.com. That's for Dennis. And then Monica and the Maniac Mansion is maniacmansioncovina.com. Thank you, guys. Happy Halloween. Been fun having you. All right, as we segue into our second hour, we're going to switch gears because, we have to have a little midnight special. But we're going to talk with Norm Abram very soon from This Old House. They're coming to Los Angeles. Wow, what are they going to be doing? We got the story, a little preview for you. And then later, just came back from this great solar conference, the biggest in the world, and got to share some of the new technology. What should you think about solar? Are you thinking about bringing that to your home? Is it going to save you? What's it going to cost? All that and more. Home Wizard Cindy Dole, Hour 2, right now.